Welcome to this video on Amazon S3. Amazon S3, or Simple Storage Service, is a service by Amazon Web Services that allows you to store and retrieve any amount of data at any time from anywhere on the web. The basic construct of an S3 is an S3 bucket. A bucket is a logical container that can contain hundreds, thousands, or even millions of files. The bucket contains multiple objects. Each object or file has data and metadata. The maximum size of data is 5 terabytes. Each object is identified by a key. So for example, if you have a file called a.txt, then the key for that object will be a.txt. However, S3 does not have a concept of a hierarchy. The folders are logical. So for example, if you have a key called a.txt, and if you want to put it in a folder, then all you have to do is give the name myfolder/a.txt. When you look in the console, this will appear as a folder called my folder, and within that folder, you'll be able to see the file called a.txt. There are some important considerations when you're using Amazon S3. Specifically, Amazon S3 has strong read after write consistency, the updates are atomic, and it does not support object locking for concurrent writers. Let's look at the documentation page to understand what it means. Here's what the documentation says. Read after write consistency means that if one process is writing an object to Amazon S3, and if it immediately lists keys within its bucket, then it will see that new object that has been written. Similarly, if the object is being replaced, then a list operation after that replacement would immediately list the new object. Atomic write means that if a process is writing an object into S3, and if the other process is trying to read the same object, it will either see the full state of the object or not see the object, but it will never see a broken state of the object. S3 does not support object locking for concurrent writers. What that means is that if there are two writers that are writing using the same key, then the writer that has the latest timestamp wins. I'll now walk you through the AWS console and how to create an S3 bucket using the console. So log into the console and search for S3. This is how the S3 console looks like. On the left, you can see a menu, and on the center is where you'll see the list of buckets that you've created so far. Let us go ahead and create a bucket. So click on Create Bucket, give the bucket a name. Now the name of the bucket has to be unique across all of AWS. You can select a region and all the objects in that bucket will be in that region. I have selected the Sydney region, but you can change it if you want to. The flag block all public access is really important. If you want to make sure that your bucket objects are not accidentally made public, please make sure you have that checkbox on. We'll disable versioning and encryption. I'll talk more about encryption in a subsequent video. Click on Create Bucket. This has now created our bucket, and as you can see, the bucket and objects are not public and it's in Sydney region. So that's it. In the next video, I'll walk you through how to upload and download object using the console and also the AWS CLI. So stay tuned and see you in the next video.